Sweet. Thank you. What up? How's it going? Hey guys, I'm FoxyJira, here with Anders92, and we're he's going to be commentating. I'm going to be running Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Intermission DLC, so basically Yuffie%. It's about an hour-ish run, depending on how well the late game RNG treats me. So it should be pretty quick. We're going to get going here. Anders, slap that button whenever I hit normal. All I'm going to say is y'all are in for some disappointment. I'm kidding. But okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. So because this is on PS5, the amazing thing is that basically there's like almost no load times, and it makes it so amazing. Just the biggest comparison for me when I played this versus the actual VII Remake, where like every 5 minutes you're just like crawling through some small hole. And so one of Yuffie's cool mechanics is that she has her boomerang, and you can throw it. So there's a lot of different like techniques and things that you can use. So we'll be abusing this main one here called Windstorm for the most part, as much as we can. And that's kind of just like our big damage AoE sort of thing going on. And then in the beginning, we're also going to be using Deadly Dodge to build up our ATB bar pretty quickly. So this Gorger was mean and decided that it wanted to go up the wall. That's fine. So I'm going to start using Ice Ninjutsu to build up an ability and get the proficiency bonus for using it. We're going to be using the Elemental Ninjutsu abilities quite a bit, which basically just gives an elemental to our attack. So there's a lot of tutorials in this game that just pop up that you can't turn off, sadly. So in the beginning, you'll see me mashing through a lot of those. And the sad thing is, if I mess up in one of those tutorials because of that, I'm just kind of screwed and I have to sit through it, and I either have to, I can't restart the fight, so I just have to deal with my painful mistakes and bad gaming. So, all right. So, some quick tutorial fights. This Drake is weak to wind, so yeah, we windstorm twice. What I'm going to be trying to do in these early fights is Yuffie does this little twirl. Depending on where you are in your combo, as well as like I believe directional inputs, you can avoid it. But sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't. So small little time losses. But there's lots of little cutscenes here in this game, like I mentioned. But we basically, outside of just like forced dialogue, which is very little and mostly in the beginning of the DLC, we actually can skip basically everything. And also because saves are so quick, it's faster to save and load for a lot of things. So for this one specifically, we don't have to wait for the elevator to come down. This will come and play in a lot of places where we have like forced dialogue that we have to slow walk through. We can just get rid of that dialogue and don't have to wait for it. So this initial little section, like I said, is just us going through and kind of clearing out the enemies. There's only one fight in this DLC where you where you can flee from it, basically. So. Everything will just be going through as quickly as we can, using its weaknesses as we go. So ice and lightning are going to be the main two weaknesses here in the early game, and then lightning for basically the rest of it. So, yeah. Running around, getting some introductions. So the DLC itself takes place around I think Chapter 3 in the remake, when Cloud and crew go into the Chapter 5 reactor. I haven't played the base game in quite a while, so I don't remember the chapters. But this happens right around that same time. So I think also in the remake base game, you see Yuffie in the Sector 5 slums as well with Aerith too. So she's wearing like the same outfit. So you can tell it's kind of around those same things. And I think that kind of builds into the making her more canon in the original story rather than just you finding her in some random forest. So we got introduced to the clone people that you see across base FF7 OG. They're kind of just, hawking around like they do, groaning and stuff. Anders, can you give me your best groan? There you go, sexy. All right. So she's like, oh no, I gotta save the day because I'm Yuffie, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna save this dude from these dogs. These dogs suck. This game, the targeting is very funny. If I also don't run up close enough, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly reset this fight. Quickly reset this fight. So if I don't run up close enough, it doesn't attack. It won't do the thing that I want. And here we go. So I'm just gonna wait for a headbutt, throw again, retrieve, get to here, throw again for more damage, and basically headbutt him again because I'm bad at gaming. That's fine. All right. And that. So we want to be close to that gate there because we want to go through. He just a little bit. She's like, what's up, man? Come on. And, whatever. Yuffie's a bit of a, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Brat?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good word.
So, yeah. But a little bit of...
That also showcased the RNG you want at start from that fight. You want the headbutts because it helps you build a lot of pressure. Also, you can get screwed over a little by the auto lock if it chooses the dog to the left. instead. So we got the faster option both times here.
Yep. Yeah, it's heavily based off of where you position your camera. The camera and lock-on in this game is absolutely nuts. It's not like a typical. I play a lot of Souls games, so if you're used to just kind of like you have to fully extend the stick to actually change a target. This, if you just like slightly twitch your finger, it's like, oh, you want to go like, you know, that enemy right behind you? Sure, you got it, bud. And then you're screaming at the game. But either way, that'll be a big thing in a later boss where it just the targeting is an absolute nightmare because the boss itself has like 4 targets, and then there's like 8 targets around the room itself. So something big. So we've got a big like slow walk dialogue section here. So if we have any messages, we can hit those up now.
Sure thing, we got a donation of $10 from Alex Tetra saying, "Hey Foxy, good luck on the run. I'm in the east block in the front row, 5th from the right." Thank you so much for the donation, and I want to remind everybody that the run after this one is a UB showcase where you can decide to see a very special trombone champ block at the end with a very special trombone champ controller, and I know that everybody of you wants to see that. So please put your donations in and put them towards that incentive. You don't have much time left, but this is going to be awesome. So don't let that go to waste, please. Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you very much. If you didn't get it from that donation, I'm a very big FF10 stan, and I ran FF10 at this past SGDQ. So yeah, love Final Fantasy quite a bit. So yeah, so what you might have missed there is that we saw like the Avalanche crew being like, oh no, where's everybody? They're not back yet. And then we know the whole story, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this guy's Polk. We just have to sit here and talk to the 3 like cronies of other Avalanche, basically, is what it is. We learned that like Barrett and crew basically like went off and they're a splinter cell because, you know, they're more hardcore or something, you know, real gamers, I guess. So yeah, so this is basically the replacement for Fort Condor. It's kind of annoying. Again, it's one of those things of if I mess this up, then I'm boned. But hopefully we get some good RNG here. So basically, it's more of like a sort of like Pokemon where you like everything's weak to one specific thing. And here. There we go, perfect. All right, that should have been dead. We'll be fine here. Okay, a little spooky. I'm gonna summon this security officer to make sure we don't die, and then hopefully before it does die, I'll get another guard dog here. The guard dog is basically the best because it has the highest base attack value, and it also is just very aggressive. So the guard dog itself is going to be weak to the blue, but it should kill. So usually about a 228 is what you really want there, and it also is very weak. So I just, this is wonderful. We're going to be stuck here for a while, folks. I hope, oh my god, this is terrible. That was so close. But sometimes you can just get like basically double attacks and whatnot, so it's pretty rough. So we've got another guard dog, and I'm just really hoping that we all go through this pretty quickly. He's got 2 blues here, so hopefully, and also my like towers will protect. So we've got, please stop. Okay, so let's just try and, as it walks forward, get another guard dog here, and yeah. So that's just the. Why are you going to the other one? What are you doing? No, he just walked forward, dude. All right. Okay, so hopefully our grenadier is not an idiot. Okay. Okay, we should be fine. This is.
Yeah, for a comparison, if you look at the timer at the top, at 2:28,
yeah,
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's like a solid time. Yeah.
So yeah, we're about a minute down.
Yeah, which isn't bad. I built in a lot of estimate here, so we should be good. All right, thank you. Finally, wow, that was so close. Yeah. That's not even like real gameplay. it's so bad. Yeah. But yeah, he's like, "Whoa, you totally kicked my ass." I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I'm sorry, you're like a 12-year-old."
It wasn't hard.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. But the funny thing is they keep telling me to talk to people. So Polk tells me to go talk to Billy Bob here. He's like, "Oh yeah, go talk to Billy Bob," and he's like, "Where Anders is to me?" And you're like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay." You could just like, Billy Bob's like, "Okay, you could just talk to me too, bud." But yeah. So Billy Bob tells us to go check out one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy VII Remake. We'll get to him when we get to him. But yeah. Yeah, so lots of fun. So all we're doing, and then last up is Nayo, who is basically Tifa knockoff, basically the same outfit and almost the same character model. They kind of they poke a joke at it in a few minutes here once we actually get to like an upcoming fight. But now we're being introduced to like the Sector 7 area, and then we're gonna meet some like side quest folks.
Got all the info you need?
Did I not talk to you enough? Are you serious? Oh, I didn't talk to her a second time. That's right. Okay.
Sonon's still
I'm just ready to go. We had that estimate go way under, so I was ready to get going. So they're just talking about the second NPC that we talked to, who is Old Snapper. He's just an old, like, Wu-Tai-in, basically.
Yeah, man with a big shell.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
very interesting old fellow.
Yeah.
People call him, and he doesn't.
The funniest thing that I've noticed that I recently played Crisis Core Reunion for the first time, and in that game they call them the Wu-Tai, and then in this they're Wu-Tai-ins. That feels a little odd. It's kind of like that AP News tweet that was like, "Don't say the French." It was a little weird, but you know, okay. All right, so this is Old Snapper. He's just kind of listening to his Happy Turtle jingle, doing stuff, and like trying to get people to like Wu-Tai. I don't really know. He's a little odd, but yeah.
But he got moves.
He got moves.
He
like,
knows how to move.
Yeah, I need to learn how to dance from him. So.
Now it's up to you.
That prize is
This job makes I'd gladly part with some oddities and commodities.
Gladly part with some commodities. Sweet. All right, and now we're approaching our best boy. Ooh, I'm so
Favorite
excited.
character.
Our favorite character. Who came up with this dude's name? It's wonderful. It's acceptable candidate.
My apologies. My name is Chad.
Mine. What? Who? Just come on. It's like, just why? It's so amazing, but just come on, dude. I love him so much. Okay.
I love
Sorry.
Chadley.
I love Chadley. I literally name all of my anytime I do a Final Fantasy X run, I name my character Chadley, or anything basically these days. I'm a little bit obsessed, but yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna be getting to our side character, our NPC character, watching his toes, who is Sonon Kusakabe with his jaw that can cut like diamonds and stuff. He's basically a walking Pokemon Center. For the most part, all you're gonna see me doing for the most part is constantly healing Yuffie with him. It's pretty simple, nothing crazy. So we got and talked to Naya. She's like, "Oh, you did everything you wanted?" And it's like, "Yeah, dude, come on, let's go." And then we have one more long walking section because they have to, impart dialogue on us and whatnot. So yeah, walking around the corner and stuff. So,
Which is weird, because she can move.
oh yeah, she's got it's not the miniskirt. She's got legs otherwise. Like she could do a
She's all leg.
100-meter dash. Like damn. All right. Yeah. So there's one dialogue line that I want to listen to here, and then we'll pass to either some messages. That was it. That's yeah.
So Yuffie, what do you think of the episode?
Okay, that was quite some dialogue there. So there's a couple more donations have come in. Crankyhead has donated $5 without a comment. Thank you so much, and puts that towards the Portal 2 ESA mimification incentive. And we have our very own Tiny Tim with $5 saying, "Hey all, donating the absolutely FoxyJira and the Final Fantasy Remake run. You are a true gentleman, and it's been a pleasure to hang out this week. Good luck on the run, and don't forget your floaties. Oh, and hi Enders, cheer." And that one goes towards the U-Beat Showcase, the custom trombone champ, which I really want to say, everybody please donate towards this incentive, because this is going to be absolutely awesome with a custom trombone controller playing trombone champ. You want to see
They
that.
used to be with Avalanche, but left after a policy dispute.
Yep. So that's them coming back from the reactor after.
Right there. So also one of the better characters, Barrett, with many good quotes like "suck on this."
Sadly, we don't get to hear that during this.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
They couldn't care less about
Yeah, so now we get like some somber things like, "Oh, Shinra's the enemy. Like, don't destroy Midgar. We're like, we have emotions and stuff." And you're like, "Okay, dude, sure." Yep. So I'm going to do another quick save quit here, but the first thing I'm going to do right before that is I'm going to prioritize attack on my weapon development. So make sure I don't go into the gobbledygook that is like the giant thing. Oops, and then do this quick save load. So there's a bunch of dialogue coming up that we're just going to skip there. And we have you have to get to the point that you're going. Wait for her to someone get out of the way, dude. Like, stop being a boulder. Jeez. And then that'll just skip all that. So it's kind of a little silent, but it's better than hearing them talk constantly. Yeah. All right, so we're coming up to our first fight where we're actually going to see how Sonon is used with it, and it's super cool. The music here is amazing. So Tech, your time is now in about 15 seconds. Not even 15. Yeah, and she's explaining oh yeah, we're going to go infiltrate Shinra to get their materia. So she keeps her core, values of materia is #1, but yeah, go from there. So. Acting like little dweebs. Yep. That's like the best song in the whole DLC,
Yeah,
and they
it's
only
wicked.
but they only play it for like 5 seconds. I also messed up there and unsynergized because I'm a bad gamer, but you know, hey. So, oh yeah.
Yeah, you also saw one of the best attacks with Sonon is the pogo, where they interchange and one jump up and one jump down. It looks absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, the best thing too is that like Sonon can just like go off into no man's land, or Yuffie can too, and then basically what they're supposed to do is like kind of cycle them into like a continuous like beating basically. But one character will be like off in no man's land, and I have to like get out of it to go back into it, and then yeah, it's absolutely terrible. But it's really funny when it does happen. But it really only happens on the final boss, who is a complete RNG nightmare. So yeah, hopefully we don't see that there. But okay, so we got a Kindred Cord. We're going to do one more menu here. We're going to equip Yuffie with the Chthonian Armlet, Ninja Armlet, and the Kindred Cord makes it so that like stuff that what do you call it? The Synergy, Lightning, and we're good to go. The materia, like the abilities that we use with Sonon, cause him to use less ATB. So it won't cost a full ATB bar for him to use like Synergized Art of War or Synergized Windstorm. Synergized Windstorm is basically so it's legs. He's running so fast. Why didn't you do that earlier? Please, come on.
It was
So much time. Like, look, why? Come on, do that all the time, or just don't make me press the forward button. Like, jeez. Okay, so yeah. So basically what happened now is that when we first got to the slums, there was a dude with like bleach blonde, like what do you call them? Not Beach Boys, Backstreet Boys,
yeah,
like yellow hair, yeah, like dyed blonde hair, and he's the one who's giving us our IDs, and so he's got in a tizzy with some of like the Shinra soldiers, so he's gonna run away, and we get some. Actually, this DLC has a ton of bops, by the way. So if you listen to we'll shut up for like 20 seconds at some point, I swear. But this track just reminds me a lot of like Cowboy Bebop and like some tanks, yeah, by the seatbelt, not tanks. Like, but yeah, some like nice jazzy tunes for a little bit. So yeah. Bob. All right. And so we get a bunch of cutscenes here. Like I said, we're forced into a lot of battles. It's basically just, unlike from mostly now on up until the end of the run, it's just sort of a gauntlet. We don't really stop at any point. But like I said, Sonon is a walking Pokemon Center, so he's just going to be constantly healing us. And a lot of this stuff, too, is like I'm really hoping that enemies have good RNG where they get placed, so I can do my deadly dodge into them and pressure them really easily. And there you go.
Yeah, I think we said so earlier, but the more they group up, the faster it is.
Yeah, much
Just
better.
AoE damage.
Yep. And so now. So my weapon hit an obstacle. Like, how did I not see that? So basically, anytime that the boomerang hits something like one of these cards or something, you get automatically, no matter what, get the tutorial telling you that. So we're stopping them now because we want to do like a minecart rush. I guess this is a Minecraft game now. So yeah. All right. There's something I want to test here because you see is the guy's name is GJ. So if you can like run here, sort of, you can kind of like sort of skip past this like slow walking animation, but I don't know the exact like I guess positioning for it, but not a big deal. It's a very short. It's like it would save like at least 1 second. So, all right. And so now we get another minecart section where like it's like showing off, oh yeah, mini game. How many boxes can you break? Because I don't know what the obsession with box breaking is for FF7 Remake, but it's there.
They needed to add some kind of filler.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're like talking about, oh yeah, these people are really cool. I just met them for 5 minutes because we're like a JRPG, So I met you 10 minutes ago.
Friend.
Join my party. So yeah. All right. Alrighty. And Sonon's all out here looking cool,
He's just posing.
posing. All right, so we got one more cutscene here, and then we face like a bigger, what's called Cripshay, which is like the little dudes with chompers on their heads. So. We're going to be doing synergizing, and the difference between there's basically the two synergizes, or the two attacks, basically base attacks, is when you're attacking right up front, and then where you do the pogo like this, and once it actually lands, or I'll have see it in there. See, there it is. They just sit there and just pogo at once. They don't move. All right, and we're gonna synergize Art of War for big damage, get the staggered, hopefully the kill. No, that's fine. Someone on fire though, and then I can just storm for the kill. Perfect. All right. Kira on Yuffie. Did I get it? No. Yeah. All right. So we're going to pick up our last weapon here. This is going to be the Steel Reaper. The Steel Reaper has a higher base attack stat when it's upgraded, so that's why we just want to use it with a Boomerang, which is a more balanced way of going. Yep. So one more thing here with these guards. Use some deadly dodges to build up ATB. Nice miss, nerd. All right. No. And Windstorm. Oh, he like screamed that time. I've never heard like I've never paid attention to that guard being like. Ah! All right. Okay, so I'm going to equip the Steel Reaper, but I'm not going to change any of my equipped battle settings simply because this is the last time that I want Ice Ninjutsu on this. So, all right. And equip the Steel Reaper. Don't reslot. And this is the Gozu drive, which basically buffs our what do you call it? It buffs our attack stat or damage based off of how much HP we have. So the more HP, the better. So we're going to be, like I said, hardcore healing ourselves a lot with Sonon, just so we don't have to waste Yuffie's MP. She doesn't really need it at the end of the day, but it's just more of faster that he does it basically than Yuffie does, because that would just slow us down. So just such a bop, dude. Like, who doesn't get like jazzed from these tunes? All right, so we have this like yoked dog for some reason that we're going to be fighting, the Wrath Hound. Absolutely massive. If I saw a dog like this in real life, I'd be kind of terrified.
Yeah, if it had an extra tail on its neck, that would also be kind
of... yeah. I mean, you don't got to get into specifics here.
No, but he is yoked.
He's yoked. He does not skip any gym day. All right. And down. Cool. Quick fight. It's pretty simple. So this is weak to ice, not a big deal. And then we have one last menu to do here. I'm going to take the first strike materia that Sonon has equipped and give that to myself, and I'm also going to change up all my battle abilities. So I'm going to switch this with that. And go into battle settings. Yuffie is going to replace Ice Ninjutsu with Lightning Ninjutsu and also get Banishment 1. Banishment 1 is basically just like a nuke. It's like an elemental nuke, basically. Spells, fire, there we go. And the more that we use our ninjutsu abilities, the stronger the banishment gets. So we'll be using that to basically defeat some of the more specific endgame bosses later on. So yeah, we have our last Wolves fight here too. I'm really hoping that they pair up well, but we'll see. My ATB is also kind of a thing. Oh, yes! No! It dodged at like the last second. Oh, no, don't plant me. Don't plant me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, getting, what do you call it? Getting like locked in this game is the absolute worst. It loses so much time. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Thanks for the fire, Sonon. I appreciate it. Yeah. And more of the other stuff. So at this point, if there's any messages or donations, we can take them now.
Oh, there are quite a few. We have Peppermint54 with $10 saying Final Fantasy Victory Fanfare on trombone, maybe, because $5 of these goes to the trombone champ incentive. Generically named donates $15 saying Yuffie % is my jam. Can't wait to see her in Rebirth soon. Thank you so much. And username Niels with $50 saying I don't know much about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Is this the famous Cloud in a Dress? And last but not least, we have Lord Pancakeus with $50 saying, "Give me the dude, boys!" And that goes also to the Ubeat Showcase Custom Trombone Champ controller, which is now at, let me check real quick, it's now at $170 out of 1,000, so please keep them coming because the next run is the run.
I'm actually stupendously excited for that showcase. I love watching people play Jubeat, so way more than I actually like playing it myself. So, all right, so we're gonna Art of War twice. Get some big damage off.
Yeah. Speaking of scary animals, here we have an ostrich with hands.
Yeah.
Also something you don't want to run into. Just trying to move towards where we go in here as well.
Yeah.
Save some time. And also for that donation, a tiny hint from the lore about Cloud is that it's very well hidden. Most people probably missed it. But Cloud was actually a soldier, first class. I know not a lot of people know that, but It's true.
All right, so we have a much longer minecart section here. Anders, do you want some ice cream?
Yeah.
You want sprinkles?
Yeah, sprinkles.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Here you go, man. I'll be back.
Ah, thank you. Alright, so Foxy's leaving. He's trying to get some ice cream. I mean, that's the excuse, but this is just the hardest platforming part, so he lets me do it. Because I am a very good runner, is what I like to say. But yeah, we're just strolling along here, throwing a boomerang. We're trying to get some boxes. The small ones doesn't really matter, they give high potions. So we're trying to look out for the big ones, because they can give elixirs and all the other goodies. Let's see. Oh, sweet! Thank you. Also, banger music track here as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Really
and if we
entertaining.
have a donation, we can do that here as well.
Yeah, then let's go with the donation. Kaz has donated $10, saying, "Hey Foxy, thanks for the good vibes and motivating me to start running my favorite franchise, Less Than 3. Thank you so much."
You're welcome. This ice cream's amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's really good soft serve here.
Yeah.
So if you're coming to ESA Winter,
Or ESA in general.
yeah,
Mhm.
good ice cream.
Yeah. So the main thing that Anders is now doing here as my, I guess, co-op like PB holder, I guess.
I better be credited.
So we're really wanting to get these big boxes
Yeah.
because they have either turbo ethers, mega potions, and a couple of them have elixirs. The Phoenix Downs can be very useful because Sonon can just die at some point. If he just gets kind of wrecked. So we're out. This is a good choice.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
One
I
more.
think that's yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And one last.
Ah.
Amazing. Oh,
Okay, cool. All right, 7 overs. You missed an oversized box. No. How dare you? All right.
I would never.
All right.
Up ahead. Building just screams important.
All right. So this music transition is absolutely like this is also more bebop style stuff in my opinion. It's like the low sax. It's kind of just very somber. It's only for like 15 seconds because it's as they're like explaining that what is supposed to be a maintenance facility for like the pillar or something is actually like a weapons factory. Nothing too crazy, but I'm gonna shut up and let you guys listen to this track because, like I said, I really love the music in this DLC. They absolutely killed it. So.
Ugh, why do there have to be so many guards?
Right.
We might call this place a maintenance facility, but it looks more like an arms factory. Let's keep it tight, boss. We can't afford any more mistakes. GGS life depends on it.
Understood.
Yep. And now she.
Yeah, really good chilling music.
Yep. And now she starts doing her like anti-Naruto run, which she'll be doing an actual Naruto run
Yeah, she's
later.
just taking up space here.
Yeah.
She's not even going fast.
All right. And let's do the Sentai pad.
Centipede.
Yep. So at the Centipede, we enter with a throw, do an Art of War, and then basically anytime I do a throw catch or throw return, that adds a lot of ATB to Yuki's bar. And so it's a good way to get big damage off without actually having to do a lot of stuff. So do 2 Art of Wars here, get it down to half health, and then try and build up as much ATB as possible before it starts walking. Because I want, like I said earlier, that we have the Gozu drive, which basically has us like the higher our HP, the more damage we do. So just gonna build some ATB here, nothing too crazy. And it's already hit its halfway point, so we just gotta let it walk away as we go into the next phase.
Running
yeah.
away, are we?
Tell Sonon to synergize. It's also fun watching Sonon synergize because like if he's far away, he like does like a
Or maybe it's
you see like a little puff of smoke and a like a leaf or something. Very ninja-esque, so very cool with the theme. Yeah. So we're just gonna try and build up some of our banishment here. You can see it at the bottom right. So I've got 1 bar filled up. I should usually get like 1 2/3. All right, so I'm gonna take off here. It does some drone deployment, so I'm gonna let it throw it, and then I'm gonna do 1 drone windstorm, and that's basically gonna kill all the drones, so we don't have to deal with that phase. So nice and quick. It's super like I don't know. A lot of the tech in this game is very simple overall, but it's very satisfying. I find the combat in Remake was a lot of fun, but what you do with Sonon and UV here is just very tight and a lot. And just that's the main reason I run it. It's so fun to do. So we're gonna synergize Art of War, bully it a little bit.
so now you come close.
And then actually, I love this cutscene. It's pretty cool. She like dunks on him hard.
She's strong.
She is strong. She's only 16.
Yeah.
What's going on? All right. So we don't do a throne banishment. And also Thundara. And not a lot of damage. Close. There we go. Perfect. You should theoretically be able to get that done with one banishment and Thundara, but not a huge deal. So that's done. Pretty quick fight overall. We're in the sectors that we get teleported back to the Sector 7 slum somehow. And now we're actually going to the Shinra headquarters now. There's a little funny thing coming up. As soon as we get past talking to an NPC, these kids are going to go, stranger danger! It's going to be on the like right-hand side, so I'll try to get that. It's a little bit past Roche here, coming up with this big red bike. So a lot of just funny little dialogue in this.
Over here. Can't believe them. You stay away from that factory, you hear? Place has miles.
It's like right there in the back. So, but yeah, cool.
Do you think Niall and the others got
They're talking about.
Yeah, that's also something. She doesn't have a sense of danger. A man with a big gun standing in front of her, waving, come over here and talk to me.
Yeah.
No.
I swear, there's no problems there, bud. I swear.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So it's like, hey, you sure you want to do this? So it's the last moment that you get to do any sort of like the side quest for Fort Condor. That's it. Skip some cutscenes here. Nothing too big. We get a nice big plaster face of President Shinra. Look at that mustache. All right. And then now we basically just warp to the basement of the Shinra, what do you call it? Yeah, the advanced weaponry, blah, blah, blah stuff. We met Scarlet in the elevator just a few moments ago, so she's kind of become our, like, antagonist, basically. Like, she like, they because obviously we look like suspicious people that aren't in suits, you know, sort of deal, like just walking around. So
Yeah, it's not casual Friday.
Yeah,
It's slightly different outfit here.
Yeah.
The booty shorts doesn't. I don't think that's a part of their standard uniform.
Probably not. That or the boomerang. This is, you know, the small things. All right, so I'm just killing time here. You get so many high potions in this. So Scarlet's gonna spawn in like a little hologram over there. She's got like you probably saw in VII Remake. She has real big step on me energy, but they like in the DLC they turned it up to like 12. Like there's Spinal Tap 11 and there's Scarlet 12. So yeah. All right, so they have a little thing, and Scarlet's all like sassafras and, you know, get out of here, like, oh, we're gonna do experiments, you know, whatever. So, yeah. So if you didn't notice, so there's a bunch of sweepers around here, and fun fact, there's this sweeper, and then there's the rest of the sweepers. I guess which one I'm fighting, basically. So yeah. There's this one sweeper. We're just gonna do a quick windstorm to kill everything. Oh yeah, I forgot that I already used my lightning ninja. I'm silly. All right, cool. Oh no. Oh, Sonon, you gained 8. You leveled up. Good job, buddy. So proud of you.
Such a good boy.
Such a good boy.
He really is living up to Pokemon theme.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a slug right there too. Wow. Where did you come from, dude? All right. All right, and I lied. Two last menus. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Sonon, and Sonon's gonna switch his fire. What did I just do? Healing? No. There we go. Healing. We're gonna switch his fire for lightning so that he does anytime that we do an ability, he's gonna follow it up with a lightning spell. So we've got two more waves in this like big area. The last wave is pretty annoying because they spawn in like 3 different spots that are very odd. These mono drives are really easy to take down. We basically kill them with just 2. What do you call it? Oh man, we only got 20 high potions. We're low. Not really, I'm kidding. But yeah, so we only, what was I saying? Lightning stuff. They spawn at different spots. I don't know. It's whatever. We just got to wait for this all to load for some reason because I don't know why, but yeah. So one thing I'm going to do and show you here is that, so I'm locking onto different enemies here. So I'm going to windstorm where the boomerang is, and Sonon's going to lightning where my actual target is, basically. So that's the big thing here. So I'll actually do damage with other stuff there. And please no, last one. All right, thank you. Go. There we go. But one big thing that is, so basically you can target different enemies than you're actually looking at, basically with the boomerang itself. The The worst thing about this is that if you're not targeted onto something, like I mentioned earlier with like the targeting in this is pretty rough, you'll actually, you'll just throw it wherever you're looking, which is cool, but at the same time, it's also very annoying to kind of just, you think you're targeting something when you're not, and it just, your boomerang goes off into no man's land, and you just have to quick reset. But yeah. So we're in Scarlet's Trap now. We're just kind of like bumbling around doing whatever. Sonon doesn't skip leg day. Because, you know, he could just, like, have her get up to that ladder
he could lift her, like, up to his shoulders.
Yeah, something like that real easy, but no, we get a little, like,
whoop, launches her.
Yeah. No leg day skips.
Okay, get to climbing.
All right. And don't blink, 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 don't blink. Okay, we're good.
Materia.
That's the first thing you see, okay? Like... Oh, there we go. I always forget that the first strike materia isn't fully leveled here. And he dodged my windstorm. Oh my god, you nerd. Alright. Alright, so our first strike materia gets leveled up, which now we finally don't have to worry about coming in with no ATB. And we have one more save and quit here ready to load up. It's just, again, like I said earlier, basically, we're going to slow down to talk about stuff that we don't care about. It's like, oh man, there's materia. It's like, yeah, dude, they make materia. What do you like? What's the?
What else did you expect?
What else did you expect? Like, you came here for materia, and you're impressed that there are materia.
Oh look, fish sticks.
Oh look, fish. All right. All right. So we get this last materia piece of materia, which is the ninja cannonball materia, which is extremely useful. Makes it so that when we're synergized, basically Sonon has Yuffie like jump on his stick, and he just yeets, like just 100% throws her at the enemy. But it builds up his ATB bar quite a bit, so it's really useful to like basically, because we have the first strike materia and it's easy to build our own ATB. When we're synergized, he basically doesn't build his. So this is the one fight that we get to skip, the one. So we'll be doing that. Doing a little dodge roll here. All right.
Schmoovin'.
All right. So we're going to give Sonon the cannonball materia. Here we go. Do these little flippy floops. And then we're going to see the power of ninja cannonball here now. So watch Sonon's ATB. And yeet. All right. Hello. Thank you for the interruption. Yeet. He's going to cast EM Field. That's fine. Take some damage, no big deal. Absolutely annihilate this armored magic trooper. Please don't die, Sonon. All right, thanks, bud. Pressure, windstorm, and Sonon kills. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, they eject after at half health, and it's a pretty big damage explosion. Do you want to run away from it?
All right. As soon as Yuffie like extends her arms, when you can skip that cutscene. So, all right, I do need to heal, but for some reason Sonon doesn't have heal materia on, which is very right now. So we see all these like weapons that you saw from like when Cloud and gang leaves the Shinra building after the president dies and all that sort of stuff, and they have to leave Midgard. So here's our Naruto run.
She's improved. It's been
her
definitely better.
Her form is improved.
Than
yeah. Now this is canonically a Naruto game. Oop. Oh, that guy didn't die. Oh no. So what should happen there basically is with that windstorm, I'm able to. Oh, we don't get the Wrath of the Ninja now. Ooh, boo. All right. Where did your heal materia go, Sonon? What did you do with it? All right, there we go. Also, Wrath of the Ninja being a reference to the movie, so pretty cool.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to AoE 3 of the guys there.
Yeah,
which saves a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. So coming up to what used to be sort of a scary fight, but it's gotten a little bit more nice because we're going to be facing two Magitech troopers. And one is more weak to physical damage, the other is more weak to like windstorm style damage. So we're just going to be getting rid of the first one that's weak to physical damage first. Ooh, a little bit too fast. And then moving on to the second one, the red one. So let's get out of the way. On synergize, focus on the armored shock trooper.
This is peak camera gameplay also.
Yeah.
Really shows the action.
So the other one's dead, so we're just waiting for this guy to eject. and I'm not going to throw until he actually gets out, because for some reason the game doesn't recognize that if you the game doesn't recognize that just because you killed something in armor that it's the same enemy, so it returns the boomerang to you, which is pretty annoying overall. So we're actually in like the back half of the game, or back half. We've been in the back half, or like the back quarter, I guess I would say, for the most part. So now it's like the last little bit. We can see a giant Scarlet, step on me energy, like I said, and we're gonna go ahead and just ether Sonon. All right, perfect. So we get to select which things we fight here, which are just different variants of the enemies and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy, but a lot of them are pretty simple. I'll test them. I'll explain them as we go. But if we have a donation or a message to read, that'd be great.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize. I totally missed last time to announce that we have passed the $73,000 mark, which is a huge achievement, and we have a $5 donation by Tempest Mask 1000 here saying, I'm a simple guy. I see Yuffie, count me interested. What can I say? Ninjas rock. Keep rocking it, Jira. It was rad to hang out with you and the crew during my stay, and I look forward to the future. Good times rolling. P.S. Yes, I've been getting the necessary sleep. I promise. Don't forget, everybody, to get the donations into the incentive for the trombone champ controller for the next run at UBeat. You don't want to miss this. Thank you.
Oh no! So these mono drives suck because basically they can just go immune for just random points. So if you can kill them quickly before they just randomly do it, that's perfect. But sometimes they just have their little, I guess, immune balls or something. So up next, we're gonna go for the cutter. I actually don't know what the other ones are. I don't even remember what I did for my first playthrough. I just kind of randomly was like, yeah, sure, dude, that one looks like stuff. Go from there. So yeah. Alrighty. Kind of a sad part they have to wait through all of this, but immediately after this gauntlet is where we get into the final little sets, and it's where a lot of the RNG comes in, and I have to be either very precise or basically reset a boss fight. So time to go. Yeah, so we're gonna walk up here. Ooh, there we go. Target, lightning ninjutsu, and synergize with Sonon to hopefully pressure quickly. And then once it's pressured, we're just going to build up that pressure. Synergize Windstorm, which is absolutely broken, like we mentioned before. Let's go ahead and Thundara Sonon to get that kill. Muted? Okay. Don't know what happened there. A little bit of a slow fight, but that's okay. The next two are pretty quick. So that one's a little bit more random depending on damage and other sorts of things. So this next one is great. Just kind of again shows the power of Windstorm itself. We really just kind of repeat the same things in this speedrun, but at the same time, because it's just so tight, it's a lot of fun in my opinion. So really worth it. The $20 that you spend on the DLC is more than great to kind of showcase what they're going to be doing in the remake upcoming. I know it's a bit of everybody's kind of like chewing your nails over everything how everything's changed, but we'll give them a chance and see how it goes. But a lot of fun. Combat's still great, so that's what really matters. All right, so insta dead, no problem. Yeah, I was really worried about that one. All right. So now up next, we're going to select the Moth unit. The strat is going to be, once I stop mashing triangle here, I'm going to ruin my thumb. I just sit here when I play RPGs with dialogue, and I just mash forever. It's absolutely terrible. But I guess I turbo other games, so I guess I'm not a real gamer. Yeah, so the strat here is we're going to Windstorm 3 times and just do thrown stuff. So not a big deal. We're not going to use any lightning ninjutsu, actually. The 3 Windstorms are fast enough, so not too bad. All right, here we go. The nice thing is that, well, that doesn't usually happen. The nice thing is that basically, anytime you throw, you also go back a little bit, so it gives you, it allows you to get spacing, right? So nothing too crazy, but yeah. So when I'm doing these really quick attacks, where I'm not actually going through like the full 3-hit combo that you can see that I've been doing, I'm basically just holding guard and attacking, and that allows me to basically skip the 3 cycle, but I don't get as much ATB for it. So it's really just trying to maximize damage or pressure with that, and then going into whatever I have available. So this last thing here is an absolute nightmare because it just kind of like it's a mini motor ball or something like that, whatever it's called, but it just zooms around everywhere, and it's really erratic and just really hard to control. What I really just want to do is
insanely mobile.
yeah. All I really want to do is get 2 ninja cannonballs off on it. I missed the first one. I'm back, bud. Like, sometimes he just goes in circles, sometimes he doesn't, and if he just runs off, it's pretty bad. So yeah, gonna do 1 synergized windstorm, get it down to about half health. All right, need 1 more really to top it off, and then 1 more. So yeah, this entire fight's just erratic, but pretty quick to go down. All right, so we get 1 last look at Scarlet.
Seems I may have underestimated how resilient
Legs grenade.
May have? How about this, you old hag?
All right.
Just trying sounding different.
yeah, I don't know. Just whatever. Just have Yuffie like shove her face into this bar. Like, just
Yeah, she's done that a couple times now.
she's just chinning it, you know, like it's chin day.
Maybe that's how she psychs herself up.
I don't know. Imagine some kid
Yeah,
like boom, boom. Okay. We're children. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually up next we get to fight Scarlet, who uses like basically like a Magitech style armor. Magitech style armor. The first, like, this fight is very technical basically. I have to start it off the exact same way every time, and if I don't, I just will reset. So lightning ninjutsu, throw, and go. I'm gonna do 1 full combo, roll back twice, hit by flame spark. Don't do a full combo, roll right, go through ninja cannonball, do a Cinderella's Art of War, pressure the Crimson Mare. We're going to target the Crimson Mare, fully pressure it, and then I'm going to try as much as I can to get as much ATB with Stone on as I can. Go through another Synergized Windstorm, get up to 240, and then start throwing with Yuffie to get, what do they call it? Throwing with Yuffie so she gets ATB. So that's not half health, but that's fine. So now we got two full ATB. I'm going to try and do 2 Synergized Windstorms to get Scarlet down, and then do a fire up with Stone on to kill her, and then we'll basically repeat doing a Synergized Windstorm and finishing off with the Thunderous Banishment. So, like I said, targeting here is nuts and not great. That's good. Yeah. That laser is really tough to deal with, so I just prefer just to run away from it basically, so I don't get hit, because I want to still maximize my damage, like I've been saying. So this is where the fire comes in with Sonon. And just quickly take out Scarlet, go to the Crimson Mare, do our little pogos, get a little bit of Sonon, some stuff, do 1 more time, Synergized Windstorm. Oh no! Alright, this is going to be weird. I might have to reset the fight. I have to reset the fight, okay. So basically what happened there is somehow I did Synergized Windstorm, and I guess I tapped, what do you call it? I tapped L1, and let's just go through that again. Tapped L1, and what do you call it? Somehow I canceled it with an Art of War, which was really weird. So it happens sometimes. You just accidentally press the wrong button. So again, 1 full combo, go into this, and then we'll go from there. So if you have any messages that we want to talk about, go from there. But
sure thing. We do have an anonymous donation of $10 without a comment. Thank you very much. And a quick reminder, it appears we're approaching the end of this run. The next one is going to be the Ubik Showcase with a very special donation incentive where you can watch a Trombone Champ gameplay with a very special Trombone Champ controller, and I know that you do not want to miss this. So please, everybody, we're not even 20% there at the incentive of $1,000. Get your donations in now. Don't make it too late.
so like I said, these fights go really quick, and it's really easy just to reset. So it's not bad for like a it's pretty marathon safe. It's just more of let's see.
Yeah, it's easy to reset with the loading time being so fast as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, this is one of the fights we were talking about earlier, where it's hard, where it can be hard to target the correct body part.
Yeah.
Because she has like the arms and legs and body. You want to make sure that you're targeting the correct. Also, I don't know if we went over this earlier, but it says under their health bar, it says staggered to 240%. That increases the damage, so it starts at 140, 60?
160.
160, yeah, and then it builds up to 240, and then you deal the max amount of damage.
Yep, and there was our last Thunderous Banishment there, so that like nuke attack that I mentioned earlier. So, all right, these deep ground soldiers suck. If you recognize, if you've ever played Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, like I did recently for the first time this year, you'll recognize these guys. They're very annoying in this game because they basically can just teleport anywhere, and they're very tanky. So just gonna try and do a lot of damage as we can, build up some ATB. And Sonon leveled up once more time. Good job, buddy. You're doing it. Best Pokemon. All right. Okay, so now we get to one more. Like this is basically we got like corralled into a VR training thing that Scarlet uses. So these are pretty quick for the most part, but the last boss again can be very very scary because it's a very tight window, sort of like the Crimson Mare that Scarlet was using, but it's not as bad, I would say. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna double synergize Windstorm here. Once we get it built, we should pressure one of these guys. Pressure both. Perfect. There we go. Easy kill. Get Kiryufi. Gonna Turbo Ether Sonon here just to be safe. And then after those two, we get some really weak like humanoid enemies, which are really funny. They do have shields, but if you just throw as soon as they move Windstorm, they just die. So it's really weird, but not a huge deal. So and this last piece is where basically we're in a projection system, so we're finding the projector for it and trying to kill it. And it summons sort of like a Genova style like tentacle monster basically. So I'm gonna try and do 3 throws here. Synergize, target the arm, and right before this battle. I mix up my L1s and R1s so often with this game just because everything is so snap, go, 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 go. There's really no time to kind of like, you gotta be really used to what you're doing constantly. So not bad, we just gotta listen to a little bit of dialogue, no big deal. So. Yep. All right, make sure we're targeting the right arm still. You synergize Art of War to blow off the right arm. Step pressure. We're gonna stagger. An Art of War. And it builds up some more ATB here. Target. Synergize Windstorm. Windstorm, and have Sonon do that, and then that was a good fight. So, all right, good fight. When you get it right, it looks so good. It just looks so amazing. But when you don't, you're just sitting there kind of just like absolutely frustrated at just like one tiny misstep, basically. So
yeah,
really rewarding.
That one has a lot of pressure as well, because if you don't kill it within the time the stagger wears off, it's gonna spawn another one, another demonic creature.
Yeah. All right, so now we get one of the best characters in Kingdom Hearts, I mean Final Fantasy. With our Darkness Ball, it's Nero! Yay! I love him! All right, reset. All right, so what we're looking for, nice. He kicked us. Let's hope this is good. All right, so basically what we're going to be doing is 3 phases, and each phase is not skippable, so we have to watch every cutscene. Look at what Sonon, where are you at, dude? Come here.
Going off on his
All right, yep, and I reset again because for some I got hit by him immediately, basically, so wasn't able to pressure. Oh no, he's so far away.
Yeah, this is a lot of RNG farming.
Yeah. So I just have to hope these phases go well. That's my PB in this game is like a 52-49 or something like that. Oh, you're so close! Come on! Please, let's just come on. There we go. Ooh. All right, one Ninja Cannonball so we can synergize Art of War, and we have pretty good ATB too, so this is good. So. There we go. Okay, we got out of first phase. But yeah, so basically Nero has a lot of different ways that if he does certain moves, he can't be pressured. And all we need to do is windstorm him once to get him pressured, and we can simply get him into a stagger phase and basically take off a quarter chunk of his health and as we go. So now we get some, like, same thing with the centipede model. She tries to, you know, bonk him on the head. He doesn't want to be bonked. And he's gonna
go full goth.
Yeah, go full goth.
Yeah.
Absolute 2005. Like man. This is like
that's the outfit I was
somebody gonna start playing like Welcome to the Black Parade. Like, yeah. So he gets angry and he like sucks up all the scientists because they're stopping his battle and I don't know. So yeah, and like, oh, you know, like I don't know. What did you expect, dude? He's like some sort of like super goth monster. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like you put yourself into the situation.
Where were we?
Right here, Nero. We never went anywhere, buddy. Okay. Chthonic Thirch is a good one. Perfect. Synergize, throw, go. Pogos, Sonon, don't run off this time, because you're supposed to like kind of pressure him into you each time, but if you don't, that's fine. All right, Synergize Art of War, just to get the damage out of the way, and then charge ATB, because we want 2 ATB for basically the rest of this. So, synergizing not what I wanted. There we go. So we're in phase 3 now. This is the scariest phase because he can basically at any point just do a move called Soul Erosion, which instantly kills one of the 2 party members. So very Final Fantasy in the sense of, yeah, I'm just going to insta-kill one of you, like, bye-bye, Golden Gun, you're dead. So it's not too bad. It can go pretty well, but it is absolutely terrifying. But basically the same thing. Just going to pressure, stagger as much as I can. He initially is going to do a spatial shift, so Dark Torrent is his, like, gun attack. Nope. All right, we're fine. This is okay. Haste is one of the moves that he can't use, but there we go. Just gonna build up some ATB again. It's fine. Sweeping Darkness is okay. Spatial Shift. Chthonic Thirch is good. Go. Energize. Let's go. Okay. Okay. So we've come back. We've come back. That's the main thing. As long as he stays pressured, we keep hitting. No, come on. And this is scary. Oh no, God. Oh, okay, this is bad. This is why I have as high of an estimate as I do. So now he's doing his like Goth Spirit Bomb, which basically makes the entire battlefield like damage us as we're waiting. So this is not too bad. He's already pretty low on health. Come back. Salvo is great. He uses his guns. He keeps. Okay, let's go. Should build ATB. So I'm just gonna synergize Art of War because that should do enough damage to put him over, or very close. Yeah, there we go. So now that he's actually done all this, we're just waiting for him to. He's hit the damage cap, so he's gonna use his Abyssal Wings. I'm gonna be very safe here, and we're just gonna use our limit. So he sometimes spatial shifts after them. So Bloodbath, Abyssal Wings, and Anders, get ready to slap that button. Time. All right. All right, that was Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. So yeah, sweet stuff. All right, we got ice cream to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can go. Once you beat this, you can fight Vice. I don't know where Sonon went. He's gone. He's definitely going to show up in the base game of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, he's going to be in Rebirth for sure. Yeah.
Be jealous that we have
ice cream
software.
Yep. Yeah. This game's a lot of fun. I think. For how short it is and everything else, like you'd expect a little bit more, you'd hope for a little bit more variety, but it's really not that bad. Really easy to get into. Just go to the Discord for Final Fantasy VII Remake Discord. Everybody there's great. I don't really talk with them that much, honestly, but Viola, thank you so much. Some shout outs to everybody in my community, Anders, and all that sorts of stuff. So yeah, Hammer, Viola, everybody else, everybody who donated, thank you so much. ESA is a great time. You guys are wonderful, and yeah, it's so much fun being here. So. Great community. So I think that's it for me. Don't want to spend too much time. So.
Thank you so much for this amazing run. I do have one last $10 donation from Anonymous without a comment, also going to the Jubeat showcase of the custom Trombone Champ controller. Please, it's the next run that is upcoming. Don't miss that incentive. You want to see that very special controller. And with that, we're going into the intermission. Thank you so much.